Well, 6:42 in the morning. I'm really upset I lost my fancy earplugs that this woman sent me at the shelter. I hate losing shit, and I hate doing stupid things, and I usually don't. Uh, even went out having a drink or two, but we had to keep taking them out to talk to people and hear what they were saying. And I think I left one down, set one down on a bar, and walked away from it. And I can't see, we have keratoconus in both eyes, and everything's blurry and it's dark, and so I think I lost one that way, and another one fell out. So they were gone in a day, and that's really unfortunate. I was sitting at Cafe Angelique on Bleecker Street, where we used to have brunch with Groove is in the Heart DJ and his girlfriend and their two dogs, next to Two Boots Pizza, and below where we lived with the 2,500 square foot loft with Hannah Eschel. And I had an orange Manhattan Portage Courier bag with a book in it, which was The Decorative Floors of Venice, big thick art book that I was using as a tattoo reference, when we started doing all of that. And I just simply stood up from the chair and walked away from it. And you do that in New York, and whatever you just walked away from is gone in 30 seconds. It's not like Thailand, where you can drop something on the ground and come back 3 days later and it's still sitting there, because people don't steal anything in Thailand. It's wild. But that happened, and I sort of resolved, you can't do that. You can't lose shit like that. And we didn't for a long, long, long time. And then when we started smoking weed, it's like, oh, you really gotta learn to keep your stuff tight. Everything goes in a certain pocket, and I was doing a lot of yoga and stretching and stuff, and you got to remember, don't turn upside down, because everything will fall out of your pockets, and where you are in space, and you're always in but that's just living in the city and sort of protecting your person and where you are and where you stand and who's around you, and you learn to deal with it. But now it's just all so unsafe, and I guess it's a combination of the facts on the ground and what's happened to me, because once you get touched by the violent white state terrorists, and you get up close to the white mass incarceration system, you're never the same, and your life's not yours again for a long, long time. So that's where we are now. And we're sitting here trying to, one knee over the other leg, trying to stretch. We reach back and and we're popping something on the inside, and the screams come out, and our ass is wet from the concrete bench, and that missing tooth is really bothering me. I think there's another infection building up there in the soft tissue. We've pushed out 35 infections over the last 2.5 years, and I can't believe it took me 28 months to get my goddamn mother to do as I asked and buy me a ticket home, because I thought that was the only way I could have a place on this earth to live, and obviously not pay rent, because I didn't have any money, so that I could fight SSDI again for a third time to get them to pay me and maybe access some health care on Medicaid or something. But shit doesn't work in Kentucky the way it does in New York. Oh, there's no access to services. I guess it'll be back 2 months on the 3rd of next month, and that's it. And so we're in this routine of sleeping on the floor in the homeless shelter and wrapping up all our shit and then walking out and being outside all day and exposed and nowhere to rest. No place to do our Egoscue exercises, right? No chair to put our lower legs in and lie down and let our body adjust and do what it needs. And no, you can't care for yourself. I mean, hair and nails and skin, and I think of all the Clinique products I started using in '84 or '85 when I was working the men's fragrance counter at Shillitoe's, and I mean, all that shit's gone. All the personal care stuff, and then there's the clothes. We always like to look good and wear nice clothes, and I told Trisha I was a brand whore from the day I popped out, and for whatever reason, those things were important to me, and that's all gone. We just have shit to put on our body, and it's all old and worn out and has holes in it. And Mom would just say, "You're just feeling sorry for yourself." And I'd be like, now, I'm like, "Well, thanks, Mom, but you never told me how to feel a goddamn thing, right? You would just say, you can get mad and you can just get glad, right? And my way or the highway, and do as I say, not as I do," and, whatever the fuck else. I didn't know I was dealing with a pathological narcissist. I never knew what Dad was. I'd watch Dad, and he had that low frustration threshold. Like you get under the dashboard to change a fuse in one of the old Buicks, and he'd wind up, trying to do it, and something would go wrong. He'd hit his finger, but he would never, there was never any emotion that came out of the man. Like, I would know, before you do something, you get comfortable in the position so you can see what you're doing, and then, there's a process. But now our mind's shattered and our body's broken, and we got nowhere to go, nothing to do, no hope of anything ever getting better. So it's a hell of a way to live.